You're listening to the Cyberwire Network, powered by N2K.
Hey everybody, Dave here. Join me and my guests, Outpost 24's Laura Enriquez and Mikhailo Stepa, on Tuesday, May 13th at noon Eastern Time for a live discussion on the biggest threats hitting web applications today and what you can do about them. We're going to talk about why attackers still love web apps in 2025, the latest threat trends shaping the security landscape, how to spot and prioritize critical vulnerabilities fast, along with scalable, practical steps to strengthen your defenses. Again, the webinar is Tuesday, May 13th for our live conversation on the state of modern web application security. You can register now by visiting events.thecyberwire.com. That's events.thecyberwire.com. We'll see you there. And now, a word from our sponsor, Black Kite. If third-party risk is keeping you up at night, you're not alone. It's a constant battle. Black Kite's third-party cyber risk platform is built on real-world threat intelligence, straight from their research team's ongoing breach analysis, dark web monitoring, and attacker tactics. That means you get a hacker's eye view of your supply chain to proactively spot risks. And speaking of research, they just dropped their 2025 third-party breach report, breaking down last year's biggest trends and what's coming next. Grab the report now at www.blackkite.com.
My name is Limor Kessem, and I'm an executive security advisor at IBM Security. When I was a young girl, like a lot of us as children, we wanted to be a doctor and we wanted to be a firefighter. We wanted to, have these core professions where I think what ruled everything that we talked about as children. So I definitely wanted to be a doctor or a teacher. I did study microbiology, and then I went into naturopathic medicine. I ended up really liking that and studying that. But lo and behold, that's not what I do today. I started my cybersecurity career by what I call pure chance, but I don't want to make anyone think that they just need to get lucky to get into cybersecurity or to any other domain that they end up really loving. So I think that opportunity has to be met with something on the other side, and time and again I saw others that joined by chance into cybersecurity, but they brought skills with them to the table. They brought passion, investment, discipline, perseverance. Those are some of the things that I started out with, and they characterized my first job in cybersecurity and also align with everything that I've been doing since then. The first job that I got was in a large security research lab, and it was a fascinating place and a pivotal time also in cybersecurity to get in and learn the ropes. And my first encounter was with threat intelligence, and I worked with a lot of information that was gleaned from the underground communities. Then came the malware analysis, a cybercrime economy that evolved into what we now see, as the big ransomware gangs and all the big money that we see going into the black market of cybercrime. It was like opening your eyes in a whole new way and seeing a new world. That's how I started out. I ended up at IBM because I started working with researchers that I worked with before. So a lot of times when you end up on a team that you really enjoy, that team moves on and they bring in people from different parts of the teams later on. And it was one of those things where I was asked to come on board, but it was also at the right time for IBM and the right time for what they were trying to do. On my day-to-day can feel a lot like being in university. There is constant learning, there's staying up to date, there's reading and writing, there's an ongoing knowledge share that is the core of what security advisors do. There's also a lot of action. Sometimes it could be emerging attacks that make my life look more like I'm a journalist. Then there's core security stuff that brings things down to the domain of risk management, where I think everything kind of comes together. There's a concept of innovation that is a guiding principle that we have to recognize. We see bad guys all over the place, innovating, using stuff, progressing. They try new tools before legitimate customers ever do. So they use new tech against our old tech, and they're kicking our behinds. So I think there's a lot to be said here also for, we tighten our core security, and at the same time, we allow innovation to help us move forward with the times. I think as a woman in cybersecurity, I've either experienced firsthand or seen things happen to and with women, from gatekeeping to gaslighting to harassment, bullying, everything. It runs the gamut, and I've been through some of these things. And what I found to be the most important throughout these adversities is to be an upstander and to stand up for others, and then be fortunate enough to have others stand up for you. I found that it was a sure way to really influence culture more than having programs that try to fix the culture. It's more of a lived experience. Because I am an advisor, I am always more of an independent person within the overall team. I work a lot with customers. I work a lot with our research teams. I always try to mentor others. I really work across every different part of the organization, which I find is really invigorating. It's called matrix management. It means you're not really managing anyone per se, but you're really managing a lot of things all at the same time with different people. I had mentors that kind of came into the picture when I needed it the most, but had no idea that I did. It was more people who believed in me, that thought that, yes, you'd be great on a stage. You should go up there and speak about the stuff that you do, when I totally did not even think that was an option. And that is so motivating and has allowed me in my career to really explore every possible thing I can contribute and without limiting myself to a certain role. And I think I was extremely fortunate in that way. What I would suggest to people coming into the field, whether they're women or, otherwise, because we need more of everything. The cybersecurity job market has grown by about 350% in the last 8 years alone. So we have over 3 million jobs to fill right now. So we need more women, we need more ethnic diversity, we need more neurodiversity, we need more men, So anybody coming into this field, what I would say is you have to come with an open mind, but you have to know what you want to be, not what you want to do. The second thing is, understand there's going to be a major learning curve, and that's going to require a lot of investment. And there's no way to really go around that. I would hope that all this information that's out there helps others make better decisions about security, helps them better secure their companies, their families. Things like that would be, I think, worthwhile for me.
What's the common denominator in security incidents? Escalations and lateral movement. When a privileged account is compromised, attackers can seize control of critical assets. With bad directory hygiene and years of technical debt, identity attack paths are easy targets for threat actors to exploit, but hard for defenders to detect. This poses risk in Active Directory, Entra ID, and hybrid configurations. Identity leaders are reducing such risks with attack path management. You can learn how attack path management is connecting identity and security teams while reducing risk with Bloodhound Enterprise, powered by SpecterOps. Head to specterops.io today to learn more. SpecterOps, see your attack paths the way adversaries do.